Welcome to this place called Earth and the project Somatic Inversions, Behavioural Manipulations. In this short, emotional induction, when someone makes you feel what they need you to feel. In this short, we explore the mechanisms that shape behaviour beneath awareness, when their state becomes your state. There is a moment in certain relationships when your emotional landscape stops belonging to you. You walk into a room calm, and within minutes you're anxious. You start a conversation grounded, and suddenly you feel guilty. This isn't intuition, and it isn't oversensitivity. It is emotional induction, the process by which someone projects their internal state into your nervous system. So you carry the feelings they cannot regulate themselves. This is how manipulation begins, not with persuasion, but with state transfer, the contagion inside the body. Neuroscientists like Daniel Goleman and interpersonal neurobiology researchers like Dan Siegel describe something called limbic resonance, the phenomenon where two nervous systems automatically synchronize emotional states. Healthy people use this to create attunement. Manipulators use it to create control. They steer your physiology by tightening their tone, accelerating their breath, using prolonged silence, inducing shame, acting wounded, acting angry, acting helpless. Each of these behaviors acts like a tuning fork. Your nervous system vibrates to match theirs. The partner who makes their fear your fault. Consider a partner who becomes quietly angry when uncomfortable. They don't shout. They don't argue. They don't express their needs. They tighten their jaw. They change their breathing. They alter their presence. Within minutes, you feel the tension. You feel responsible. You feel compelled to fix what's wrong. This is emotional induction. They don't tell you to feel guilty. They project guilt into the space so your nervous system absorbs it. Cases of emotional coercion often describe the same pattern. I always felt responsible for their mood, not because the victim was empathic, but because the manipulator used their emotional state as a form of remote control. When groups weaponize shared emotion cults, extremist organizations and high-control groups use emotional induction intentionally. Let's look at Jonestown, Heaven's Gate, and even the orchestrated emotional intensity of some megachurches. Leaders create powerful emotional atmospheres through collective chanting, rhythmic speaking, rehearsed emotional displays, induced fear followed by relief, group crying, or euphoric highs. This creates a limbic synchrony field, a collective nervous system that replaces individual emotion with group emotion. You feel what they feel because the environment forces your physiology to sync. This is not persuasion, it is a somatic takeover. Governments and corporations use this also. Governments manipulate emotional states through fear messaging, collective grief rituals, wartime broadcasts, crisis narratives, symbolic events, and moral panic amplification. Corporations use emotional induction in high arousal advertising, scarcity messaging, influencer, relatability performances, emotionally loaded branding. These industries do not sell ideas, they sell states, which you then mistake as your own feelings. Projection loops. When you feel their unprocessed emotion. Projection loops occur when someone induces an emotion in you that they refuse to feel themselves. They're anxious and you feel the anxiety. They're angry and you feel guilty. They're ashamed and you feel responsible. In abusive psychology literature, this is called projective identification. But somatically, it feels like this. I'm holding an emotional weight that isn't mine. This is manipulation through emotional outsourcing. They make you feel it so they don't have to. The inversion we were taught, don't absorb other people's emotions. Protect your energy. Stop being so sensitive. Stay in your own lane. So, to close this short, the inversion is this. You don't absorb emotions because you're sensitive. You absorb them because someone is projecting them into your body. Your nervous system is reacting exactly as it is designed to. Emotional induction isn't a moral weakness. It's a biological vulnerability. Once you see it, you stop confusing their storm for your weather.